Robert James. The Story of an Archaeologist's Life. Chapter 1. The Fire Ring. Intro. Robert James is an archaeologist. One day he got a message that a temple was found in the middle of a jungle. He hopped onto his helicopter and flew it to the temple. The story begins. Robert landed next to the temple and went inside. As soon as he walked in, the door closed behind him. He was stuck. When he was walking around, he found the statue of a king wearing a crown. He saw something shining at the base of the statue. It was a red jewel. When he tried to pick it up, the floor dropped underneath him. He fell into an abandoned underground city. There were no people living there, but still there were some forms of life. After walking around, he found a rainforest. He walked in without realizing something was following him. He heard a howl. It was a huge wolf. The wolf chased Robert until he got to a ravine. It was full of magma. One mistaken step could mean death. He quickly jumped onto a tree when the wolf was about to catch him. The wolf fell into the ravine and died. Robert became very happy. However, he still had to cross the ravine. Just then, he saw a huge bird flying above him. He called it. The bird landed next to him. Robert climbed on the bird. When they were in the air, the bird asked, "What's your name?" Robert was shocked. "What? You can talk?" asked Robert. "Yes, I can. By the way, my name is Rancher," replied the bird. "My name is Robert. Robert James," said Robert. "I am a member of the Nitrous team," said Rancher. "What kind of team is that?" asked Robert. "This team protects the Uniteville city, and that's where we're going right now." After flying for a long time, they reached the city. Robert saw an old piece of paper lying on the ground and picked it up. It had something written on it. "The fire ring will be used to get out of this world. It is unto you. To get out, you have to place the ring on the statue of the god of fire. But remember, you have to survive many dangers. You will get 2 companions on the way." Back at the temple, Robert's best friend Leo Junglebox came to look for him. He also saw the red jewel and picked it up. He dropped down right in front of Robert. Robert asked surprisingly Leo, "What are you doing here?" Leo didn't really have an answer room. "Oh, I came looking for you." Just then, a parrot came next to them. He said, "Hi Robert." Robert replied, "You can talk too?" "Yes, of course I can. I am a member from the Nitrous team." Robert asked, "What's your name and do you know Rancher?" "Yes, I know him and my name is J.M.T. As they walked, they saw a hole with pointy rocks. Some rocks were floating there. A note appeared there. It said, "You have to cross this hole by jumping on the floating rocks." J.M.T. said, "I don't have to jump. I can fly." Leo said, "Yeah. You are so lucky. I wish I could be a bird." Robert had crossed the hole by then. After that, Leo and J.M.T. also crossed. They walked from there. After a while, they saw some fireballs heading towards them. Robert, Leo and J.M.T. moved out of the way. Robert looked. It was a dragon with huge wings. Robert took a stone and threw it at the dragon. The dragon became very angry. It blasted fireballs towards them. Robert hid behind a boulder. Just then he saw a sword lying on the ground. He took the sword and threw it at the dragon. The sword hit the dragon's neck. The dragon fell down and died. Robert climbed on the boulder and looked through his binoculars. He saw a temple. Robert wondered, could the statue of the god of fire be in there? Robert, we have to cross a river," said Leo. "I think I see a raft by that tree over there," replied Robert. He and the others walked over to the raft. Robert said, "Climb on, Leo. You can fly across, right, J.M.T.?" asked Leo curiously. "No, I can't because the water is flowing too fast. I have to come with you," replied J.M.T. Robert saw some giant waves heading towards them. He looked closely. It was a huge fish with sharp teeth. Robert took the sword he used to fight the dragon, and when the fish came closer to the raft, Robert jumped into the river and killed the fish. When Leo and J.M.T. reached the other side of the river, Robert swam towards the other side. Leo asked, What was that splashing sound, Robert? It was a huge fish, replied Robert. Leo and Geronte jumped off the raft and walked towards the temple. Robert saw something shining through the cracks in the walls of the temple. He opened the door and saw the fire ring. He took it and started walking further into the temple. Just then he saw the statue of the god of fire. When he was about to place the fire ring on the statue, a strange man appeared behind him. He was flying. The man said, "Give me that fire ring. I'm Geddy Skyloaf and I'm the forest master. I want to destroy the Unityville city and build my own. For that you have to give me the fire ring." "Never. I will never give you this ring, because you were trying to destroy the Unityville city." Geddy became angry and took his hammer and came to hit Robert. Robert took his sword, then he noticed a button on the handle of the sword. He pressed it. Robert's sword turned into a hammer. When Geddy came closer, Robert threw his hammer at Geddy's face. Geddy fell down, got up again and came to hit Robert again. Robert noticed a jewel in his sword. When he touched it, a piece of paper fell out of the handle. He read the writing on the piece of paper. It said, "You have to sing this poem, oh my jewel. Please give me strength to destroy evil ones." Robert sung the poem. Suddenly the hammer began to shine. When Geddy came closer, Robert said, "Attack." A huge wave of lightning came from the weapon and hit Geddy. "H!" screamed Geddy and died. Leo said, "Yay. We killed Geddy." Robert said, "Well, that was an unexpected fight. Let's put the fire ring on the statue of the god of fire," said Geronte. "Oh, I forgot about that." Robert placed the ring on the statue of the god of fire. A portal opened in front of them. "It's time to go home," yelled Leo. "Bye, Geronte," said Robert. "Why?" replied Geronte. Robert and Leo jumped in the portal. They got teleported in front of the old temple in the middle of the jungle. Leo said, "That was an amazing adventure." Said Leo, "Yeah, it really was," replied Robert, and they took Robert's helicopter and flew it to Robert's home city. To be continued, a story by Warrior Studios.